Hello friends, we are super excited today to introduce you to Mr. Sandeep Rane, who is well-known expert in HVAC and MEP industry. He has immense knowledge and wealth of his experience to share with us, and we are super excited to bring him on this platform so that he can share his thoughts, his views, and what the future of HVAC, future of MEP is going on. So it's really wonderful, wonderful session going to be. So I request all of you to stay tuned and completely carefully listen to what he says. It's going to be very, very useful to all of you for your future and to plan your career accordingly. So I'm welcoming Sandeep sir on this platform, and let us start the question answer session. Welcome Sandeep sir uh, on this platform.
Hello, good morning.
Okay, sir. Thank you for sparing your precious time and coming on this platform and sharing your views. So I will
Okay.
start with the question answer, sir. Being in this field for so long and serving this industry for so long and working very big companies, so I wish to ask you that where the future of this industry you see, is where it's going and where it's heading towards.
Well, nearest the future of this industry is very bright. See, if you see, the global market is expanding on 6%. That
Yeah.
is a compound annual growth rate of 6%.
Yes.
Whereas in our country, in India especially, HVC industry is going on a compound annual growth of 16%. So, which is a huge market growing up over here and a bright future for the new HVC engineers and technicians.
Yes. 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 Yeah, so definitely it's very, very brighter side of the industry. So definitely 6% and
Correct.
60% is a huge difference. So definitely
Correct.
as a career point of view, definitely it's a big career to look for the new engineers, and it's a new
New
stream.
engineers. Right.
So, yeah. And definitely since this future is so bright, sir, uh, what do you think about the skill sets which are required to cope up this requirement and new demand for the market? What advice you give to the young generation who want to make the career in this field? What skill sets they need to develop to excel in this career?
Well, there are a lot of skill sets that need to excel. Primary, they should be able to read the drawings very carefully, the blueprints that we say, the drawings, etc. Because all the project work on the site will be going as per the drawing. So it should not happen that the designer is in his design office, he makes some design, he said makes a drawing, he gives it a drawing, and you're not able to read the drawing properly, and whereby you make some mistake, where again some rework has to be done. Again, problems are created. So you should be able to thorough read the drawing. And if you are in an operation and maintenance group, part of a operation and maintenance group, important skill that you should develop in yourself. Something goes wrong with the chiller, something goes wrong with the system, and you are getting a complaint. So you should have a critical thinking within yourself. Okay, what is the problem? What can be the problem? How to tackle it and how to rectify it in the minimum time period. These are 2 3 skills that they need, and also they should have a skill set of HVAC safety and protocols. What are the HVAC safety protocols they need to obey and they need to follow? If it's an industry, you need to have an fire safety. So that fire safety has to be taken into consideration. Or if it is at a height, then you have to go for the height permit from the safety department. So all this height permit, hot permit, whatever requirement is there, especially in the industry, chemical industry or pharma industry, wherever you are working. So you should be thorough with the HVC safety and protocols. Secondly, you should have a very effective communication. Communication skill has to be upgraded because you have to communicate with your superiors, you have to communicate with the client, you have to communicate with each and everybody whoever are involved in that particular project, in the operation and maintenance in the department, whoever, your communication should be very clear up to the point, and you should have a convincing factor with you. You should be able to convince your client, your superior, or the whosoever the reporting officer may be. In addition to that, if you have a good knowledge about your time management, how to manage the time, how to manage your manpower. This is a very good skill set that you should have within yourself, definitely. And lastly, but most important, customer service. How to care for your customer. What is the requirement of your customer? If the customer has got some problem, first understand what is that problem. Try to analyze it and what best you can do for the customer. And if at all there are certain constraints from your end, explain it to the customer. Convince him that this is my constraint. For this reason, I won't be able to give you. I need your help. It can be a financial constraint, it can be a material constraint, whatever the constraint, you overcome it, explain it. So once again, the communication skill comes into picture.
Yes.
Your communication should be very strong and totally result oriented.
Correct, sir. Good. That was a wonderful insight you gave, sir, in this field, and it will be helpful. I have one more question to you, sir. While making the career in this field, majority of the people are running towards design aspect of this field, but they are not focusing on the operation maintenance part of it. It is very important aspect because design, if it is design, we have to execute, and execute after that we have to maintain also. Unless we
Correct.
maintain, a customer cannot be happy, and end customer finally maintenance and operations matters. You are
Correct.
very much expert in this field of the operations and maintenance. So when you look for, when you advise people to take it as a career, uh, there's one sector who takes design as a career, but our focus is to also make the people aware that there is a career stream of the operation maintenance also, which is also equally lucrative, which is also equally in demand. So, what advice you wish to give it to the people about this particular sector of operation maintenance of this industry? And what are the plus points of this sector to make the career of the operation maintenance of the HVAC and MEP?
See, operation and maintenance, you have to first you should have a target of zero breakdown. Have a target of zero breakdown. Once you have in your mind that my target is zero breakdown, then you will concentrate further. How it is possible to achieve mere zero breakdowns? Then your inventory management comes into picture. Minimum spares that I need to maintain at my site, at my office. So inventory management comes into picture. That inventory management also has to be done in a proper manner. Once again, manpower handling. How to handle your manpower properly. Look, every each and every individual got has some plus point and some minus point. First, concentrate on your employees' plus points. What are the plus points? What are the plus points? And what are the minus points? Once you know your plus points and minus point of your staff, try to concentrate on the minus points to convert it into plus point of that particular individual, whosoever he might be. He might be a fitter, it might be a refrigeration technician. Try to make him aware that this is your minus point, this is where you're going wrong. So this also becomes a part of your manpower and enhancing his skills. Try to make your technicians multi skills.
Yeah,
It should not happen that there is some problem and he says, sir, it's an electrical problem. I don't know, I'm not so thorough with electrical. Then you have to get in touch with the electrical department. Then the electrician will come. To the extent possible, you should be an electromechanical. Chiller
correct.
is also equally important. Your electrical part is also equally important. You should concentrate on the electrical part. If he's not there, then the senior person, who is his reporting officer, should guide him how to read the electrical drawing. What goes wrong, where it goes wrong, why it has gone wrong. Okay, first you get rid of your problem, then you can go for your YY analysis. And YY analysis and root cause analysis are a very important part of operation and maintenance.
Correct.
And when we talk about zero maintenance, once again your TPM comes into picture, which is very important. Now, TPM can be total productive management, total preventive management, total predictive management. Now, preventive management is different, predictive management is different. Preventive is you're trying to prevent something, like regularly greasing, oiling your pump, gear, bearings, etc. This is preventive. But predictive is something you're going to predict. When you talk about predictive maintenance, there are a lot of people who take the logbook that you maintain very easily. In fact, your logbook is a very essential part of your management, predictive maintenance. Now, predictive maintenance, how come it is? See, you're always looking at the differential pressure across the chill water inlet and outlet, cooling water inlet and outlet. Now, slowly and steadily, you find that your condenser water or the cooling water, you're saying, the delta P is increasing, which is again an pointing a finger that your condenser tubes are getting choked. Not today, but maybe a month, 2 months, 3 months later, you are going to face a problem of high discharge pressure. So once again, this becomes a part of your predictive maintenance.
Correct.
The entire logbook, each and every, it's a big subject, maintaining your proper logbook and how to understand if I'm recording this reading, what is the importance? Why am I maintaining this reading? Every 1 hour I'm keeping this, maintaining this logbook. Why? So that should be explained to the operator or at least to the reporting officer. What input he is getting. For example, he is maintaining the pump current, compressor current every 1 hour. You can put a graph at this particular period my compressor current goes up, so it is loading, current is going down, it is unloading, it's evening time, now the load has come down. Definitely you will have a lot of things to understand over here in this
Hmm.
maintaining the logbook.
Yes. Yeah, it's really fascinating world of operation and maintenance. It's almost equaling to become a doctor of HVAC system, who analyzes, predicts what happens to the HVAC system, like doctor gives medicine or health checkup that nothing should happen to patient. In similar way,
Yes,
operation maintenance department also works, so system works intact or some problem happens, they do the necessary work to do the troubleshooting. So
troubleshooting, correct.
it's really fascinating analogy to compare operation maintenance department with the health department or like a doctor. Okay, so it's a
Okay.
satisfying career for this all young generation. And also, have you noticed that whoever young generation have joined, they are afraid to make their hands dirty. Uh, with
Hmm.
They should go with the technicians and they should learn from technicians and they should make their hand dirty. Then that's the only thing they will learn. They should not sit on the
then,
chair.
then, then only they will come to know how exactly you are handling the situation. And
Yes,
then you can understand what was the problem of the technician, where he was lacking. Maybe the tools are not proper.
correct.
Proper tools have to be maintained. Nowadays, you have got modern tools and tackles which are very time saving.
Yes,
You can have a separate video only on the tools if you want to subject tools, new tools. Your brazing tools are different. Your flaring tools are different today. Lot of tools have more modernized tools are come which are very much accurate, precision, and time, mostly time saving. Save your time a lot.
yes, yes, yes. So there's one more interesting question I wish to ask you. Sir, every company has certain department like say sales, marketing, accounts, HR. So there is a department called facility management, and under this facility management, I think this operation maintenance department also comes in that whole shelter. So
Correct.
suppose a student or whoever the professionals want to make a career, they are always curious to know that sales and marketing, obviously they get the promotion very faster for obvious reasons because they become a cost center and they bring the money to the company. So if someone wants to make a promotion and wants to go faster in the company, in the operation maintenance department, is it possible? And if it is yes, it is possible, then what are the tips you give to make it?
Senior HVC is indeed a cost center in itself. You see, a lot of pharma companies they have now developed a cost center for HVAC.
Okay,
Even when I was working in Jindal Steel and Power Limited at Angul, Orissa, I had my own cost center. I used to maintain my own cost center. I
okay,
used to
okay,
get my annual manpower approval, annual budget approval for my cost center. And
okay,
once that budget is approved, you know that this is your budget, this is the money that you have got. Now you have to do your manpower planning, your spares planning within that stipulated money. That money
yes.
that is their budget that is approved to you. So indeed it's a cost center. And if it is a cost center, how to make it profitable? Again, you have to again when you come to inventory, your inventory planning should be such that it should be only pertaining to the critical spares that you need.
Correct.
The lead time period, the delivery time period, the delivery time period is more for some material. So that should be handy with you. Something that is easily available, you can immediately get it on a cash purchase basis within a matter of hours. But
Yes.
something which is going to take a lot of 2 weeks, 3 weeks delivery time period, lead time period, and it is critical at the same time. Yes, definitely that you need to maintain at your side. That way you can make it more profitable. Secondly, if you have got multi-skilling technicians or if you have medium multi-skillings, you can get the job done in a low manpower, less manpower, rather I should say. So
Yes.
manpower handling again and enhancing your skills to your technicians plays a very important role in making your department profitable. Okay, this was the budget was approved and I have maintained 80%, 20% I have spared till
Okay.
31st of March of that year. You have maintained, you have saved 20%, you have 25%. Again, making it profitable, then you have to again concentrate on your cost of your chilled water, cost of your per hour TR. How much is the cost? Go for energy efficiency. Show your energy savings to your management. I'm sure you will definitely be number one in the promotion and increment.
Okay.
When the
Okay. So
time comes, definitely you will be the number one.
yeah, this is very important insight you shared because it will give very boost to people to come into this career. That design is not the only thing which is there. This is very interesting aspect that if you show some savings, if you show some energy efficiency, if you show the reduction in energy bills, definitely management is going to notice it because it's a measurable and comparable aspect. We are comparing it what was the earlier year this year. So definitely one department is there says they are bringing the money, one department is just saving the money. So there you
Saving
could,
the money.
yeah. So this is very interesting aspect to make the career in this field, so that you can show the tangible result to the management and prove
Correct.
them what the work you have done is measurable in this case. And it is also observed that I will share one incident when I was in a company and some any issues used to happen, then everyone used to call to the maintenance department. Okay, come fast, do it. We do it urgently and all. And they used to fix that issue, and then they used to go. So that particular moment, they are God to us. Okay, you come and saved my problem, and you solve this problem, and they remember you basically. A person who solves the problem and comes. That doesn't happen often with the other departments. So uh, when this issue comes, sometimes we have observed that in the department also, sometimes they do it deliberately to make their importance. Okay, we are important, don't forget us. Is it like that? So this is the aspect of every company, every department. It is nothing wrong in it, I feel so sometimes. So what is your take on it? Is it where a person should follow such kind of practice, show its importance, or he should simply do his job, but people will neglect him after some time? Okay, yeah, anyway, it's happening like that.
And Neeraj, I will tell you, if you are maintaining a zero breakdown maintenance target, no company will forget you. Absolutely no company will forget you. I'll tell you one another example. It is related with a pharma company at Koppal over here in near to Mumbai. And one again I was at Palghar, it's Corten Pharmaceuticals Limited. They had a VAM machine. Now, there was a leakage, air leakage somewhere. But again, if you see the pharma companies, they have got batch process.
Yes,
And his batch process was going on. And that batch process was worth something like 10 lakhs. That batch process 10 like the GM production, he came and told me, Mr. Rane, I want the chiller working at any cost. And his own maintenance engineer was saying, नहीं साहब अभी तो अपने को shutdown लेना ही पड़ेगा. He said, at this rate, I cannot afford a shutdown because my 10 lakh worth injection batch is going on. I said, sir, how many hours it will take? He said, 4 hours. I said, okay, sir, but then I have to keep this pump running for 4 hours, which is not good. Maybe you'll have to get the maintenance kit. He said, okay, I'll get the maintenance kit. What is the cost of the maintenance kit? I said, it's 5,000 rupees, sir. What is the cost of the entire pump? I said, sir, 15,000 mein aayega. Now you just imagine 15,000 worth of pump he is ready to throw it away. Is he going to sacrifice his batch of 10 lakh rupees?
yeah,
No.
correct.
So I'm telling you, if you're planning for zero maintenance, if you're maintaining your equipment very properly, whether it is a steel industry or a cement industry, and especially pharma company where the batch process is going on, they will never forget you. In fact, you will be awarded. I was awarded. I was
Okay.
appreciated by the management. I got appreciation certificates. Somewhere
Okay.
even so kind enough to give me a 2 3 day vacation on a resort on their own expenses.
Okay. Okay.
So
That's good. You
this
know, that,
thing should
that
not.
is very good.
This thought should not penetrate through your mind. Go through your mind. If I do a good job, maybe management will forget me. No, that is not the case. Be honest with your job. Do your job honestly. You, reward will come ultimately. Definitely.
Okay, yeah, that's very great. It's really gratifying to solve the company's problem and do the. It's very honest insight to share. That we have to be honest with what we do, and definitely all will fall in
That is
place.
again where the critical thinking comes into. What is critical at this moment? What is more important? Saving the batch, which is more costly, 10 times, 20 times costlier than this equipment. So the
Yes,
critical thinking again plays an important role.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Sir, and what you feel the role of training in this industry? How important the training is, or if you have a team, then whether the regular training or weekly, quarterly training is it mandatory according to you?
Definitely, it is mandatory. I used to follow when I was working. I used to follow one day in a week. Every week we used to have a weekly training program. 3 days we used to have training program of different. Today it will be electrical, then it can be the compressors. One day it can be 1 week it can be for the safety. 1 week we used to have sharing our experiences. This is something went wrong. Why we went wrong? We solved the problem in 2 hours. Was it possible for us to save it in 90 minutes? One and
Hmm.
a half an hour, 90 minutes. Can you further reduce it to 60 minutes? What went wrong? Why we took 2 hours? Why cannot we do it in 1 hour? If we can do it 1 hour, why not 15 minutes? So that training is to go. So every weekly we used to have training. Training is a very important, it plays a very important role, especially in operation and maintenance. Knowing
Yeah.
about your knowing about your equipment, asking questions to your operators. Okay, what is your compressor current, normal load, full load current? So they also come to know where they lack, and then you get a feedback from them. कि साहब ये तो मालूम नहीं था सर, ये तो यही नहीं था. So there you come to know their minus points. Training is very important.
Okay. Sir, what was your motivation to stay in this field for so long and serving in this field? What motivated you to choose this particular field?
See, I have worked in most companies. I have worked in a steel plants. I have been with hospitality. I have been with pharmaceutical plants. I have been with the facility management also. So wherever you go, HVC plays a very lead and important role. Of course, at the same time, HVC, you people are not the bread earners. That thing should be kept in mind. If you are in a hospitality industry, you are not a bread earner. If you are in a steel industry, you are not the bread earner. You are not the bread earner. But definitely you are somebody who is going to help the bread earner do the job so that everybody can earn their bread and butter.
Yes.
You are at very good auxiliary services. You are very important auxiliary services. If it's a hospitality industry, it's a hotel industry, your AC is not working, you can just imagine what will be the response from your guest. Your pharma company, your temperature is not maintained, your relative humidity is not maintained, your batch is going to fail. A loss to the company. Again, if you're in a steel industry, we have got big electrical panels, drives, etc. We need particular temperature and relative humidity to be maintained. Yes. So all these, you are very much more important part of each and every industry. And that made me to stay such a long, having various experiences, coming across different type of people. Somebody has got different requirements, somebody has got different requirement. Queries are different. Applications, the HVC applications are different. But one thing is common. It is very important. It is a must for the business. So that
Yeah.
made me stick with 35 years in this industry.
Okay. Great, sir. It was a wonderful session and it was wonderful insight you gave it to us. I'm closing out the question answer session, and believe me, sir, it was the best. It's the best ever session we had on this platform, and you gave us so much insight. You shared your experience with us. You showed the tips to succeed, and this will be very much inspiring, knowledgeable, and it will be very much insightful session for all the people who are already in this field or who want to make the career in this field. This is definitely going to help and boost their career to the next level. That much I'm sure. And I'm really thankful and fortunate to have you on our training panel so that all our students will be benefited throughout and they will excel in this career. And definitely you are there to solve their doubts, whatever you have, whatever
Definitely,
they have.
I'm there.
So definitely it's great advantage to all the professionals who are listening to this podcast and who want to make their career, and all are welcome to join our training platform so that they can share, they can get a wealth of knowledge by the trainers and experts and industry stalwarts like Mr. Rane. And really thankful, sir, you took out your valuable time for this session, and looking forward to have more from you in future.
Sure, sure. Okay, sir. Okay, then. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you.
Be future ready. Join now. www.sbgblv.com. For inquiry, call and WhatsApp us on 8779440200.